life is not a straight shot. Whatever is calling you is where you're meant to be, and you need to follow that. Hey y'all, what's up? It's been a freaking minute since I've sat down here and just chatted with you guys about what is happening. And you know, I feel like my channel has changed and evolved so much in the past few years since I started it. The content I created has such a wide spectrum, but one thing that I'm not really happy about is that I feel like I'm not connecting with you guys on the level that I really want to. And what my intention was when I started doing YouTube is to create content that not only resonates with people, but that we can talk about and that we can discuss, and also that guides me, because honestly, content creation and making these YouTube videos is such therapy for me, and it has been since I started. And I share a huge part of my life with you guys, or I was sharing a huge part of my life, but then I found recently I was just creating vlogs, daily vlogs, when I was traveling. And yeah, I've been traveling like crazy. I'll get into that in a second, but it hasn't gone as deep as I wanted to go, and I want to get back to that. I want to bring it back to the reason that I started doing YouTube and talk about what's going on in my life and what's going on in my mind and the obstacles I face. Because yeah, you're watching my vlogs, you're watching me traveling, you're watching me quit my job, you're watching all these beautiful milestones in my life, but I don't want to sugarcoat things. I don't want to act like everything is all sunshine and rainbows all the time, because it's far from that. I have to say that I am so much happier now that I have left my job, and I feel different. I can't say that everything's perfect, and I can't say that things are horrible, because they're not. I'm so happy. I've had these unforgettable, incredible experiences in Costa Rica and in Lebanon. Then I was in New York. I just got back from Hawaii yesterday, and I'm leaving again in a couple days. But it's like, people see an income that someone's earning and the status they have from a job, and they're like, that person is probably so happy. That person is able to afford this nice car, this nice house or apartment. They're living life, they're going out, they're doing all these things, they're advancing. But being on that side of the spectrum, from being in that position where I was working for one of those corporate companies that I would say the name and people would be like, oh wow, you work for that company, that's great, you must love it. And I was literally miserable. I was dying inside. My body was breaking down. My mind reverted into a depression that I thought I'd never feel again. And I was just so sick in so many ways. I was like, I need to get out. And I kind of just left my job without a solid plan. YouTube has been my goal. YouTube is my baby. I love it so much, and this is what I truly, honestly want to do with my life. But it's been difficult because I've been doing this for a few years, and I've poured so much, not only time and energy, but so much of myself and my emotions and everything that I am into this platform and my content that I create, that I was feeling almost burnt out from content creation, because I was burnt out from my job and it was just all stacking on top of each other. And so I have to admit that I wasn't pouring as much emotion into my videos as I really wanted to. And I want to bring it back to the core of why I do this and why I create videos, because it's so much more than just sharing my travels and things like that. Travel is something that's very important to me, but I don't want to make you guys think that this channel is all about travel. It's not about that. It's about freedom to live the life that you want, to live how you picture your perfect life to be on your own terms. Because, you know, for me, yeah, that might be going off and experiencing these different cultures and meeting new people, but for someone else, they might not want to travel. Maybe they want to have a lot of free time in their own city and volunteer, or buy a nice place for their parents who worked so hard their whole lives. They just want that freedom. And why would you work a job for literally 30% of your life, if you're spending 8 or 9 hours a day working a job that you don't like just to make money, you're wasting your life. You are literally trading your time for money. And one, that's not how you get rich. That's literally the last way that you will get rich unless you save everything. But we can go into finances in a different video. But you're just going to be spending so much of your time, and you're going to become a shell of a human if you just spend that much time on something that you're not passionate about. And I recently had my Vedic chart read. So this is like astrology, but Indian astrology, and it was a 2 to 3 hour reading, and I can make a separate video on this, but basically everything that he told me was kind of where my heart was pulling me. So he told me I'm a teacher and I teach best by being vocal, and that's the way I should go, and I'm very creative, like I'm just a very creative person, and that's how my mind works. And he also told me that travel is a huge part of my chart. It is the most profound part of my chart, which is insane because obviously travel has been with me since I was born. I am a third culture kid. I grew up all over the world, and now I'm a travel blogger and I create videos on travel. And then he also told me that I'm not sure if you know astrology, but I have 5 water signs in one house, which means that I'm very spiritual and adaptable, and I'm very watery. So that kind of makes sense with why I have so many interests and why it's so hard for me to hone in on one thing. But I always come back to YouTube. I always come back to talking to you guys about these things that I feel are so profound in my life. But I think that so many people are also feeling the same way, and you need to find what pulls you towards it, and you need to go with it because that's your purpose. Your purpose should excite you. You should feel physical reactions when you are talking about or working on something that you're passionate about. You should feel excited and energized and full of life. And that's how I feel with YouTube. I feel so excited to be making a video, to be sharing things with you, to be talking about it. And I feel like I've just been creating these series on my channel which have distanced me from the actual content because obviously like I'm not in Costa Rica anymore, and I'm finishing up my Costa Rica content because I'm backlogged on content. So I want to bring it back in and share what is happening now and create content that's really worth something for you guys, and also create stuff that's up to date and that you can apply to your life as well, because I'm on a journey. I'm on a freaking journey, and so are you. We all are on our own journeys, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm living my perfect life because there are definitely struggles. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh yeah, my business took off like as soon as I quit my job and everything's perfect, because that is not the case. I felt super lost, and I still am feeling quite lost. And when I was on these little trips of mine, it's like I went to Costa Rica to heal, and I went in with this huge intention of, okay, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna find a healer, I'm gonna heal myself, which I did. But it's when I went to Lebanon and I let go. I released everything. I released all these expectations of myself to heal, was when I actually healed, and I let down my guard and I let down my walls and I let my body physically relax. When you're burned out and when your cortisol is so high, you have these walls up, but they're literally like being pushed down, so you're pushing against them, so you just get fatigued and you just become a zombie. And that's the state that I was in. I was just like in a zombie state and I wasn't able to relax. But then in Lebanon, I feel like I was finally able to be at peace for a while. And I think that's so important to notice, like the different ways that you're healing. Like, yeah, I was healing in Costa Rica, but then I healed in a different way in Lebanon. And I'm going through all of these trips and meeting these different people and being in these different cultures, and I'm finding out so much about myself and introspection and learning about the world and all these things that it's so hard for me to just vocalize it right now. But I'm reflecting and I'm going through it as I come back here. I'm not done traveling. Like I said, I'm leaving again. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video to talk about what is happening bring you guys back to what my channel was and what it's gonna be. I want to create high quality content for you guys. I want to create videos that you want to see. I want to create videos that help you get closer to living your purpose and your dream, because life is too short. You have one life. We all have this one life that goes by so quickly. Like, I feel like I was in college yesterday and it's already been the same amount of time that I was in college, I've been out of college. So it's like everything just goes by so fast that I really don't think that there's a reason for us to stay in a position that we're not happy in for a day longer than we should. If you hate your job, don't quit right away. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying start getting the wheels turning. Start thinking about what would make me happy. What kind of lifestyle do I want to live? What career path do I want to go on? It's not too late to change your career path. It's not too late to start a company. It's not too late to do anything that you dream about, because why not? Who makes the rules? There's literally no rules. So go after it. Let me know how you're feeling today, where you're at, because honestly, like, just filming this video and letting this off my chest and talking to you guys about how I've been feeling and where I want my channel to go is making me feel so much better. I'm gonna be uploading a video today actually about what I did in Costa Rica with my healer, Kenichi. She's an incredible, beautiful angel soul, and I'm gonna create or like be posting a few more videos about what we did. But I actually think I wanna just talk about more what we did, because I'm gonna be working with her more actually in a few weeks when I move to Canada, because I'm moving to Canada, just absolutely crazy. I'm moving to Vancouver. For those of you who don't know, I'm Canadian and American. I grew up in Vancouver for 5 or 6 years when I was younger, and my father still lives there, so I go back to visit him. But it's been over 3 years since I've seen my dad, so I'm really excited to go there, to spend time with him, to get to work on some exciting things, and to be back in Vancouver. I love Vancouver. It's such a beautiful city, and I'm going to be, of course, showing you my life there, my apartment, and all of that. Yeah, lots of crazy things. I'm going on another trip on Tuesday for about 9 days, and I'm gonna film while I'm there. I'm not gonna see where I'm going, just know it's very, very, very out there. I would have never thought I would be going to this country, but I am. Yeah, I'm happy. I feel so much better. Like I said, YouTube is my therapy. Talking about this stuff to you guys heals me so much, and I hope it heals you as well. Yeah, let me know where you're at in your life. Are you loving your life, your direction, your job? Are you feeling good mentally, physically, emotionally? Because sometimes you feel good in some ways, or you have more security in your bank account, or you have more security in yourself, but you don't have everything all at the same time all the time, if that makes sense. Like, for example, when I was working at Oracle is the job that I had, the company that I worked for. When I was working there, of course, like, I was making that consistent income. I was more secure in my finances than I am now, because I'm still working on my business. And one of the things that I'm doing right now, actually, I wanted to mention, is giving travel consultations, and you can book one with me down below. I've been giving travel consultations to so many different people, and it's amazing to connect with you guys over Zoom and talk about your travel goals, or if you're going on a trip, and helping you plan your itinerary to fit what you like to do from what I know and the people I know, connecting you with my mutual friends or companies that I've traveled with or worked with. And then also I've helped people who are moving abroad, like moving to Spain to teach English like I did a couple years ago, and all of this stuff. It's so amazing to be able to share my experiences and help you guys have a better travel experience, or backpack, or staying in hostels, or whatever it is. Like, it's great. So if you guys want to connect with me and book a travel consultation, let me know down below. You can book one over there, and let me know in the comments if you have questions about that. Yeah, another thing is that people think that, oh, like, you must have so much money to travel this much, and it must be so expensive and this and that, but traveling really is not as expensive as you think it is. There are so many ways around it, and I'm actually in the middle of writing an ebook, which is so exciting, because I never really thought, you know, I have all these limiting beliefs, and I think we all have these limiting beliefs where it's like, oh, I could never write a book, or I could never do this or that, but it's like, why not? Just do it, just start, just write one sentence, just sit down, write one page. Next day, write another page. A thought comes to you, jot it down, just keep it going. But I have so much knowledge on the topic of travel. I've been to 41 countries, I'm 25 years old, I've lived in 10 countries, and I've done a lot of this on a very tight budget. And I've stayed at very nice hotels, I've met incredible people, I've had literally the most insane travel experiences, which you probably have seen in my vlogs, for not that much money. So I was like, I don't have anything to share, and my friends are all like, tell me about this, teach me about that. And I'm like, you're right, I guess I do know a little bit about this stuff. So I'm writing an ebook. I'll let you guys know when it's done. Hopefully it'll be done in the next week or two. But so much has happened in the past few months. Still in the thick of it right now. Big move coming up, big trip coming up, all of that. But I hope that this video was a bit more clarifying for you. Life is not a straight shot. It never is, it never will be, and we need to get rid of that expectation that you're gonna move from here to here, to there in a straight line, because you're probably not. You're gonna ebb and flow. Some parts of your life may be thriving at different times when others are at their low, but you need to stay the course. You need to just stay true to yourself. You need to not give up. There have been many times where I was like, I'm gonna give up on YouTube, I'm going to give up on this, I'm gonna throw in the towel. But you know what? I always come back to it because I genuinely love it. Whatever is calling you is where you're meant to be, and you need to follow that. And you need to stay true to that, and you need to stay true to yourself, because there's gonna be so many people that doubt you and are telling you to just give up or whatever it is. But quietly continue. Just keep going. Do what you have to do, and know that I'm here rooting for you. There's a whole community of people who are probably doing the same thing as you, whether you see them or not. Find those people, stick with them, and stay true to yourself. And if you need some encouragement, send me a message, comment down below, and I'm here to root for you. And yeah, I think I have more videos from Costa Rica up now, and then also Lebanon. I'm gonna have a couple videos from there. The trip that I'm going on in a few days, I mean, that'll be up too. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and if you want to book a travel consultation, links down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.